Oh, here we are. We got the GT. We're gonna go start our day. We're bringing you guys some channel updates. I'm afraid we must conclude that Mrs. Snatcher won't be here with us anymore. I was forced to move on. It just wasn't meant to be. Like, all she would do is take my money, work me every day, and then use all that money to buy drugs and alcohol, such as meth and speed. That's not really that I'm angry. It's more that, like, I expected more, kind of. Like, we worked hard together, we came far, but, like, at the end, when it comes to drugs, it's all they really want. The thing that drew the final line in the coffin, though, is, like, I came back recently after having a dispute, and then I found her all scronified and almost about to die. I nursed her back to health. We got this little widget right here. It lets us in and out. But I had to nurse her back to health. And then as soon as I nurse her back to health, I finally catch her cheating. And then she's like, "Oh no, I was caught cheating. It's all your fault." And now we won't be seeing Mrs. Snatcher anymore. His second ex-wife. It's a shame. I was about to get us a house. But every time I try to get her housing, she refused. She's kind of what I'd like to call fake homeless. Because she's got a family and a nice big house. But she doesn't go there. She could go there any time to live, but she doesn't want to be there. She wants to be out here in order to get her fix. And it's just how the world works sometimes. I don't write the rules, I just play the game. On other notes, we're gonna be starting Twitch soon. That's right, Twitch. Oh man, look at this. This is what the local tweakers did. They ripped a hole through so they could take their stolen bikes. There's the bush, good old bush. Love the bush. This is the Wash. I love the Wash. It all comes back to the Wash. This bridge. Bridges are good. Mrs. Snatcher would end up stealing my money. Like, I'd be like, "This is for gas money," and then next thing I know, all the quarter rolls are gone, or like money's missing. It would always be my fault. And it just was a vicious cycle. And she told me there was a baby. So all meanwhile, I'm doing this all for her and the baby. And it's not even true. And there's like no laws, nothing against that, where women could just manipulate men like that and rob them, basically. Basically, I was just robbed. But I don't care. Like, that stuff's petty. And I'm above homeless drama. That's how I move throughout my days. Over obstacles. And obstacles come in all shapes and forms and sizes. On another news, I've also begun our first album. I wrote a rap song, and we're gonna be performing it soon. It's pretty good, and we got the other local musicians in on it, so we might even be able to go on tour. That's good news. Good news indeed. I got work coming up this Monday. I organize events for Jerry from Liberty Tax. Taxman Jerry, Simi Valley. This is what the tweakers did to my bush. It's gone. This is what happens when you just keep bringing garbage and garbage to these places. The city declares war on poverty by declaring war on nature. There's some trash from the construction workers. You can see construction workers up ahead. And this is where another tree used to be, but the tweakers got to it too. You can see there's my old bedpost. Yeah, but the whole tree has been dug out. They said it's because of the fence, but I'm pretty sure they kept bringing trash here. Construction workers. Let us continue forth. Yeah. Yes. She would steal my phones and then tell me I'd lose them, but I'd see them in their hiding spots. And then when she found out I was finding them, she'd hide them in another spot and then she'd lose them. So I'm sitting here trying to call my grandmother, and she's just taking all my stuff. And then she takes my blankets and drives off with them. So I'll freeze at night. Like, whenever I bring women into my life, all they end up doing is taking and trying to make me the reason why their life is hell. What is the source of all my problems? It must be him. I can't stop doing drugs because of him. I can't grow up and face the real world because of him. I don't want to live in a house because the house isn't the house I want. It's just like, I don't know. It helps a little bit to vent. And I figure you guys should know too. But we got Marshall still. Marshall's in strong. He's been proven to be a great ally in our expedition into the streets of Simi. Newberry, yes. She grew up in Malibu, but her parents live in Newberry where she lives, and she just drives here to get her methadone. Methadone is government prescribed heroin. But all the people, they get high on heroin, they come down with meth, they do speed in between, and then when they run out of money, they go get their methadone with their fucking Medi-Cal. So every time they go, the government gets a little check. More secret tax. In America, we're taxed everything we do more than anyone in any other country. We got the prison tax, we got the criminal tax. You rob a guy, you go to the court, you have to pay a fine. You pay the fine by going out and robbing more people. Brilliant. And there's the sales tax, there's the import tax, there's the resale tax. There's item tax, like bags, cans. They charge extra, and they say they're gonna give you a refund if you turn it back in. But most of that is bullshit. Like our debt. Our debt is only here because of embezzlement. And embezzlement is a terrible thing. When I'm in charge, I'm gonna make murder through money a crime. I'm gonna clean up all of the United States. Here we are. We're gonna end roughly about here as I fill up the GT. Normally I don't smoke much, but it's been a little hard on me. Like, she just killed my baby. It happens. Crack her out. If you like, don't forget to hit a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate it. Cracker out. I said cracker out. This phone's terrible. I apologize.